Hey everyone, this is Ravity's Vlog, and welcome to my TV episode review series. Today's TV episode review is going to be on ABC's hit TV series Once Upon a Time. And to be honest, I've actually been watching Once Upon a Time since the day it premiered on TV. I just haven't really been doing any episode reviews about it since, at the time I was reviewing other things, and I decided I would just go ahead and review an episode Once Upon a Time right today because this was the same day that Resurrection came out, and I was like, well, I want to do a TV episode review of Resurrection, so why not do an episode review Once Upon a Time, since I was already watching Once Upon a Time anyway. So here's my TV episode review on the season 3 episode New York City Serenade. Well, basically, the summary of this episode is that it begins with Emma and Henry still staying in the real world because in the last episode they were forced to go back to the real world so that they could be protected from everything that happened in Storybrooke. And the last episode, everybody in Storybrooke was like fighting against Peter Pan, and so in the end they had to force Emma and Henry to leave Storybrooke and go back to the real world to be safe. And in the process, because Emma and Henry were out of Storybrooke, their memories got erased, so they can't really remember any of the adventures they had in Storybrooke. So it turns out in this episode, Hook ends up going to the real world and tries to help Henry and Emma remember everything that happened in Storybrooke, especially Emma, because it seems that there is a big threat that is attacking Storybrooke right now, and Emma and Henry are needed. So Hook is trying to get Emma's memory back so he could take her back to Storybrooke with her. And at the same time in Storybrooke, Prince Charming, Snow White, and Regina ends up meeting this big threat, like that's taken over the kingdom, and that's when they needed to get Emma and Henry back to Storybrooke so they could fight this threat together. Because before all that, they were thinking about, well, we sent Henry and Emma back to the real world for a reason. We have to forget about them, but now that there's a new threat coming, it seems like we can't do that, so we have to get them back now. Um, all in all, I really enjoyed this episode. I think it was a really great mid-season premiere episode for the last episode, and I think it did a great job in trying to get Emma and Henry back into the action of the Storybrooke episodes. And I like the fact that Hook was trying to come back and actually try to help Emma remember everything that happened in Storybrooke. And I also like the fact that there's a new threat that's going to threaten Storybrooke. And I actually thought that the rest of the season was going to be spent on Emma trying to get her memories back about what happened in Storybrooke. But in this episode, that was pretty much all solved. Hook was able to get Emma to remember, and I like that. I like the fact that they just went ahead and done that instead of spending the rest of the season trying to develop that idea, because I would have been bored at that point if they did that. But I was really surprised by the new threat that happened in this episode. And this is a little spoiler territory, so if you haven't seen this episode yet, then you might want to skip over this part. But if you have seen this episode, you want to know my opinions on this, then keep watching. I was actually surprised that the Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz is the one who's like the new villain for the rest of the season. So that was something that I was pleasantly surprised with, especially since I'm a huge fan of Wizard of Oz, and I was surprised that they got the Wicked Witch of the West into this movie. So I like to see, into this show. So I like to see what she's going to do to the characters of Storybrooke, and if she's going to be even more threatening than Regina or Peter Pan combined. So that was really interesting, and I can't wait to see how all the characters of Storybrooke is going to defeat the Wicked Witch, or what the Wicked Witch is going to do to all these characters. So that was something that was really interesting about this episode. Now, if there was something I didn't like about this episode, or more like something I didn't like what happened in the last episode, was the fact that Emma got her memory erased, and then this episode just had it set up where she suddenly gets her memories back. And I was like, well, when I saw the last episode, I was like, well, I already knew Emma was going to get her memory back anyway, because it wouldn't be Once Upon a Time without Once Upon a Time without her in the show. So they had to figure out some way to get her memories back, even though I was like, well, they didn't have to do that. If they were going to bring Emma back to Storybrooke, then they didn't have to erase her memories. if they're going to erase their memories, they might as well spend at least a good 2 or 3 episodes trying to restore her memories. But at the same time, I'm glad that they didn't spend so much time on trying to get Emma to get her memories restored, because that would have been so tiresome for the rest of the season. So I'm actually glad they didn't do all that, to be honest. So overall, I give this episode a thumbs up. I think it's great. I think it was a great comeback for Once Upon a Time. I definitely can't wait to see what's going to happen to the characters at this point. How's the Wicked Witch of the West going to do what she's going to do for the kingdom, or to these characters as a whole. So I'm really excited for the next few episodes from the season. Well, that's my TV episode review on the season 3 episode of Once Upon a Time, and be sure to check out more of my videos in the near future, and also follow me on Twitter so I can keep you updated on any new videos I might post up. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review. This is Ravity's Blog, and I'll see you later.